The CBC is one of the most commonly performed blood tests in the world. Almost every one of us has had a CBC at one time or another. But have you ever wondered what this test is telling your doctor about you? As simple as the test appears, it reveals a great deal of information that either diagnoses diseases directly or gives crucial clues to conditions lurking in the background. Before we delve into a simple way to read the CBC, let us review the three types of cells found in the blood: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Red blood cells transport oxygen to our tissues. They contain hemoglobin that binds the oxygen we inhale through the lungs. When red blood cells reach the tissues, they release the oxygen so the cells can breathe. If the red blood cell count is low or the hemoglobin is low, we call that anemia. White blood cells fight infection and perform immune surveillance in the body. If we have an infection, these cells multiply rapidly to attack the invading germs. White blood cells also rise when there's inflammation in the body. When the white blood cell count is low, we're prone to infections. For example, the HIV virus destroys a type of white blood cell called the CD4 cell. That causes patients with HIV infection to develop infections easily. Platelets help the blood clot. When we cut ourselves, they build up in the open blood vessels to block the opening with the help of a material called fibrin. Fibrin and platelets together make blood clots. If the platelet count is low, we can bleed or bruise easily. Reading the CBC is simple if we focus on just four numbers: the hemoglobin, the white blood cell count, the platelet count, and the MCV or mean cell volume. Once you receive the test report from your doctor, the first thing you should look at is the hemoglobin value. This is a reading that tells you the concentration of hemoglobin in the blood. If the hemoglobin is low, that indicates anemia. You should then look at the MCV. This is the mean cell volume, as I mentioned before. It tells you the size of the red blood cells. This is important because anemia with small blood cells, that is less than 80 FL or femtoliters, is caused most commonly by iron deficiency. If the red blood cells are large, that is greater than 100 FL, that is most likely vitamin B12 or folate deficiency. But alcohol use, medications, and liver disease can also cause anemia with large blood cells. Anemia with red blood cells of normal size, 80 to 100 FL, can come from all of those as well as from bleeding, kidney disease, or chronic disease. The next number to look at is the WBC or white blood cell count. This tells us how many white blood cells are circulating in the blood. When white blood cells are high, we must think of infection or inflammation in the body. The white blood cells may also be high from certain types of blood cancer. Your doctor will look to see what types of white blood cells are elevated and how long you've had this condition. Most times, the white blood cell count will return to normal after the infection is cured. Platelets can also rise when you have an infection or inflammation in the body. They also rise when your body is low on iron. In fact, this is quite common in patients with iron deficiency anemia. Sometimes high platelet counts can be the result of changes in the bone marrow that require further testing by your doctor. Low platelet counts can result from autoimmune disease where the body destroys the platelets abnormally. Your doctor will have to do further tests to see if this is happening in your case. As mentioned before, a low platelet count can cause bleeding, and a high platelet count can sometimes lead to blood clots. One final caveat: many CBC abnormalities can be caused by medications. Equally important is determining whether these changes are new or long standing, as this distinction significantly affects the likelihood of serious disease. For this reason, new CBC results should always be compared with prior reports whenever possible. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, like and share the video with your friends and family. You can support this channel by subscribing. Until the next video, stay healthy and stay safe.